And we're back, and we're back with this episode of Hero Comics Best Norse. This is the Best Norse of Star Wars 1313. Now, this game looks like it's going to be one of the coolest games ever. One of the coolest new things coming from Star Wars since the Clone Wars. Since Star Wars Clone Wars, the Star Wars Clone Wars series. Star Wars company, the Star Wars Clone Wars series. It's going to be so great, and this is going to be even, in some ways, even cooler because this is going to be the tough and gritty world of smugglers in Coruscant. Okay, it's not going to have very much to do with the Jedi at all. So a nice bit of change. Don't get me wrong, I like the Jedi, and I look forward to seeing some good stuff with them. But it's nice to see some other people, like they're more like normal people hanging out and trying to do whatever they're doing, in a futuristic world like this. It's gonna be great. It was gonna be awesome. I saw the little demo of it where you had the new guy, you had the new young guy, and his more experienced friend, older, more experienced friend. Talking about small talk about how he's like fresh air is overrated. Like, well, let's see, take your last breath. He's like, first the guy's like, yeah, the older guy's like, yeah, take your last breath, man. Take your last breath, man. There's recycled air from here. Take your recycled airs from here on in. It's like, fresh air's overrated. He's like, oh, we'll see how you feel with that when we're like 13 levels down. When we're 1,000 levels down. He's like, all right, whatever. Let's go get this package or something like that. Then let's go get this package. So they walk out, right? And it's just apparently you see it looks like Gears of War / Dead Space because you see your guy, second person shooter. You see your guy right in front of the camera. You're right behind him, And then he's like, okay, so there's a package. Like, wait, where's everybody else? I'm like, oh, he's like, where's everybody else? That doesn't make sense. So it's like, this doesn't make sense. Where is everybody? They're supposed to meet us here. And then there's like explosions. Like, oh crap! And then you see the robot. While you hear your ears ringing, and they're like trying to recover. You see them trying to recover. And all that. Dude, You see a big droid come over, grab the package, and start dragging it away. He's like, they're getting rid of the package. No, they're taking the package quick. Stop doing this. So you get the cover mechanic from Dead Space and Gears of War, and you're like shooting at these guys with your blaster guns, and it's cool, It's definitely it's very similar to Dead Space and Gears of War looking stuff, but it's Star Wars. So basically you have your laser blasters, and you're shooting at them, it's cool. See the guy get hit get hit a few times, and he's like, oh crap, he falls over, and you're like, move in, keep shooting, you get up close enough. Grab, close enough to one guy, you grab him and do like a close range takedown on the guy, like knock him down, and then the other guys are like, grab the package, like and then the young guy's like, they're getting away with the package, like, and the older guy's like, oh, don't worry, I got it, no, don't worry, I'll stop him. Throws like a thermal detonator or something that blows up, that stops the guys from getting away with the package. But also knocks you guys back too. It's like, God, it's like, was that really necessary? Like, nope. I was liking it. I was liking that the wit, the awesome Star Wars wit in there. It was great. And then they grab the thing, and then they grab the package, and then like, come on, we gotta get off this elevator thing. It's like they jump, and there's like quick time events, you try not to fall off like a Dead Space, and you're jumping, that looked cool. That looked totally cool, But I heard it was canceled though, And not only was this canceled, but it was canceled because the company that makes it, that was making it, LucasArts, was also canceled. And everybody's blaming Disney. And I'm like, okay, come on, guys, this is looking like a really good game here, And I'm like, okay, did they not like it? Did they not like it because it was going to be rated M? Well, then fine. Why don't you just, tone it down enough? Then it could be rated PG-13, or even better, PG, which would be E10. PG-13 would be T. E10 would be PG, and E would be, of course, G. But M is like R, basically. It's like an R rating, basically. So if you want to tone it down, to make it more accessible for the kids and everything, fine, go ahead. I had no problem with that. You can still have it be, them shooting at people, shooting enemies that are shooting at them with laser blasters, and just like have it be like a Star Wars Clone Wars, at least the first few. The least violent season, whatever one that was, and where they get shot and they fall over, and it's not like there's no like holes or anything, and they just get shot. You're like, and they fall over, stuff like that. That'd be fine. Come on, it's Star Wars. This is the kind of stuff expected in Star Wars. You can lose the naked ladies and whatnot. You can just get rid of those, and they'd be fine. I mean, I have no problem with that. If for Disney, if Disney trying to clean things up, so more, so it's more, younger audiences can watch it. I had no problem with that, If that was the reason why, I don't understand it. If it was a long development, that's something on George Lucas's part. But because there was an issue with long development. I heard they wanted to play, George Lucas wanted to be able, people to be able to play as Boba Fett. Now, I have no problem with this, but not like, hey, it's Boba Fett. This is a Boba Fett game. No, I didn't want that. I wanted it to be like, these new guys. I like seeing these new guys who we do not know, that we get to know throughout the game. I would have liked to see that. Also, maybe Boba Fett could be like their boss or their rival or even their boss or something, that he could, appease George Lucas to be like, and also maybe you can get him as DLC or as a bonus character to play through the game after you beat it once, beat it once or whatever. That would be cool. Or some special missions with Boba Fett, that'd be cool. And then, at least at first, Boba Fett, you could also have, clever, his, sayings, or something like that, as your boss, on your microphone or something like that. He's like, somebody's like, oh, don't, he's like, oh, or, revive people, or somebody be like, revive somebody, be like, you're no good to me, dead, or like telling you to get after the guy. He's like, oh, stop him. Oh, he's worth a lot to me. Stuff like that. That'd be great. That would be awesome. But he's like, these guys. It would have been great as a game with new guys in it and stuff like that. It was going to be a cool thing. And hopefully it will come back someday in some incarnation and be awesome, because we need good new stuff for Star Wars. Okay, we need good new stuff for it as well. Just about everything, but Star Wars especially, because after the prequels, which were like basically the worst moments in Anakin Skywalker's life, and the Clone Wars, which is good, but it's still cartoon, not like live action or anything, which would have also been awesome, which would have been totally awesome. We finally have something that's a little bit more, mature. This is a computer, this is like a video game, but that's something a little bit more mature, a little bit more, grittier, that involves people, mostly normal people, doing what they could, it would have been a lot better. And then, of course, you could also have had, at the end, to also appease George, have there was like a part in Empire Strikes Back where Han was like talking about how, right at the beginning, and when they were in Hoth, when Han was talking about how there was a bounty hunter on this one planet that they ran into. It's like, well, I thought we were going to be okay. I thought we were going to. Leia was like, what are you doing? Why are you leaving? I thought we were, things were fine. He's like, well, yeah, but that bounty hunter, that one planet we were on, trying to change my mind. They're still after me. Gotta go pay Jabba off. So that could be you. That could be this. That could have been this guy. They could have had a mission where you had to survive long enough, not kill them, because of course, you can't do that. But maybe survive long enough against these guys. Against the powerhouse that is Han Solo and the powerhouse that is Han Solo and Chewbacca and Luke Skywalker, the princess and Luke Skywalker, you can survive long enough against them to basically, to get to the mission. Like, they got away. Like, no, like, dang it, we almost had them, or something like that. That would have been good, But yeah, still, hopefully it'll come back someday, because it would have been awesome to see. And hopefully they'll make a new, Star Trek. I saw the new Star Trek game, and it. Definitely, for the most part, it seems like a cool game. The problem is it doesn't look anywhere as good as this, which is weird. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully next time they'll make a game that has all that cool stuff in Star Trek that Star Trek has. Star Trek has, and look this good. Because the other, Star Wars 13 looks so great. It looks so awesome. And yeah, I'm sorry. I hope it'll come back too. I hope that'll come back. I really want to see some good stuff going. But, that's best and the worst. Best thing on Star Wars 13 was looking awesome. Looked like it had also, well, I don't know about the story, but sort of, as far as we know, awesome story, awesome characters, awesome world, and, just playing awesome gameplay mechanics and stuff. Worst thing is that it's going to be, it's been canceled, but hopefully it'll come back sometime in the future. So see you next time with the next episode of Hero Comics. Best and the worst. Hopefully, please, somebody make this, because it would be awesome to see. It'd be really awesome to see. So, see you next time. Next episode, Here Comes Best and Worst.